Welcome to another episode of Short Stories. The story I'm sharing today is about a hard but valuable lesson, one that many of us have had to learn the hard way. It's about money, struggle, and the moment reality humbles you. But more than that, it's about resilience, growth, and taking control of your future. Let's dive in. I decided to share a personal story about the time I hit rock bottom financially and the lesson it taught me about resilience, humility, and self-worth. I grew up in a fairly comfortable home. My parents are not the wealthiest, but they provided everything we needed. We had a housemaid, went on family vacations, and never had to worry about food on the table. Money was something I never really thought about because it was always there. Then adulthood happened. I moved to Pennsylvania for school, and even though my parents supported me financially, I liked having my own money. I worked part-time while studying, and the moment I got my first paycheck, I felt invincible. I spent it on everything I thought I needed: trendy clothes, dinner dates with friends, spontaneous trips, and things that made me feel like I had my life together. I told myself I was young, I deserved to enjoy life, and that the big money would come later. For a while it worked, until it didn't. After graduation, I stayed back, hoping to land a good job in my field. But reality hit fast. Getting a job wasn't as easy as I thought. My savings started drying up, and I had rent, bills, and everyday expenses. My parents helped where they could, but I was too ashamed to keep asking. I told myself, I've got this. But I didn't. I remember the exact moment I realized how bad things had gotten. I was standing in a grocery store aisle with a cart full of things, about to check out, when my card declined. I laughed it off, pretending there was some banking issue, but deep down, I knew the truth. I was broke. Not the, oh, I just need to be careful with money kind of broke, but the I have $3.50 left in my account kind of broke. I left that store with nothing but a pit in my stomach. For weeks I survived on instant noodles and the random things I had in my kitchen. I avoided my friends because going out meant spending money I didn't have. I walked everywhere to save on transport. There were days I skipped meals just to stretch what little I had. I started applying for any job, even the ones I once thought were beneath me. One night, I sat in my apartment, staring at my laptop, exhausted and overwhelmed. I felt like a failure. I mean, how did I go from someone who never had to worry about money to someone rationing meals? Then I remembered something my dad used to say. Money comes and goes, but your mindset about money will determine how you survive. At that moment, I realized that my problem wasn't just that I was broke. It was that I had no real understanding of how to handle money. I had spent my life enjoying the idea of financial freedom without actually learning how to build it. That was my turning point. I stopped feeling sorry for myself, and I started making changes. I got a side gig doing freelance work online. I started using coupons. I went to the food bank at my church. And little by little, I crawled out of that hole. I started budgeting, actually tracking where every single dollar was going. I set savings goals, even if it was just $10 a week. I learned to cook meals at home instead of relying on takeout. I humbled myself and accepted that just because I once had money didn't mean I was entitled to a soft life without effort. And things eventually got better. Fast forward to today, I have a stable job, a growing emergency fund, and a completely different relationship with money. I still enjoy life, but now I do it with intention. Being broke taught me discipline, resilience, and the difference between wants and needs. So to anyone listening who might be struggling financially, you're not alone. and this moment doesn't define you. Learn from it, adapt, and build better habits. Your situation can change, but only if you are willing to change with it. I hope it helps someone out there who, like me, once thought they had it all figured out until life humbled them. I hope today's story reminded you that tough times don't last, but the lessons we learn from them do. If you're going through a difficult season, know that you're not alone and you have the power to turn things around. Thank you for watching, listening, and sharing. This is Short Stories with Lola. Don't forget to subscribe and keep embracing the stories that shape us.